Joining us now is Congressman Greg Stuebe from the great state of Florida. He's on the House Ways and Means Committee, the Subcommittee on Oversight, and the Select Subcommittee on Government Weaponization. Congressman, thank you so much for joining us.
Yeah, anytime. Thanks for having me.
With Biden and Cheatle resigning, Congressman, the fear that we have right now is that this assassination plot will resign with them. What is your message in response to this concern?
Yeah, I mean, there's a whole list of things that the Oversight Committee through Chair Comer have asked of the Secret Service. Whether the director has resigned or not doesn't matter. We still are due those answers. So somebody, whoever's going to take the interim role as director, needs to give us those answers. We need to subpoena more records. We need to get them before the committee. Secret Service is now allowing their people to come and testify. So we need to keep the pressure on them to get answers. You're right. I mean, as a former military guy who served in a deployed environment, the fact that it's now being reported that the snipers had eyes on this assassin for 20 minutes and waited to engage him until after he shot, I've got a lot of questions. And there's an American patriot that's dead. There's 2 people that are wounded, and the president came centimeters from passing away himself, and thankfully is safe. But the American people are due the answers that Congress wants. We have an oversight authority over them. So I think this task force, once it gets named, will start doing those subpoenas and bringing those people in and asking those very tough questions.
Yeah, no doubt. But despite her resignation, some are asking whether Cheatle should be personally investigated and potentially criminally charged. I mean, we can't be harder on Alec Baldwin than our own director of Secret Service.
I think everybody that was in the chain of command, you know, there's some things I've seen that have not been confirmed yet, that the sniper had eyes on this assassin and was asked permission to engage and wasn't given that ability. If that is true, every single person in that chain of command should be held not just civilly liable, but criminally liable. There's an American patriot that's dead, 2 people were injured, and the president almost died. And then it becomes the intentionality of it. Was this intentionally set up? Did they not have so many people there? We know for a fact that the Homeland Security Secretary refused additional requests for years of Trump's team asking for additional security, and they were refusing it. Why? Why were they refusing to protect the president when there were clearly threats? Those are all answers that we need to have.
Well, another question that this brings to mind is why hasn't Secretary Mayorkas resigned at this point? I mean, of all people, this is happening ultimately on his watch too.
Yeah, we impeached him a long time ago. Unfortunately, Chuck Schumer and the Democrats in the Senate are continuing to provide cover fire and provide covering for Secretary Mayorkas. He should have been gone a long time ago just because of the invasion at our southern border. He was impeached in the House, and the Senate is refusing to take him up. But he is ultimately responsible as well as the Secretary over Secret Service, and he was the one allegedly that's been reported of denying Trump additional Secret Service protection. That should be actionable as well, but he's already been impeached once in the House. I don't see the sense of doing it again because Chuck Schumer is just going to ignore it in the Senate.
No, that's certainly going to be the recurring speed bump, or at least brick wall. Congressman Dan Goldman of New York pointed out, and this is so symbolic of this administration, but even Dan Goldman of New York pointed out that while Cheatle was testifying, Cheatle has been more forthcoming with the media than with Congress. And that just seems to be a recurring trend amongst all of the cabinet officials inside this White House.
Oh, absolutely. It's cover up all the misdeeds, cover up all the failures of their administration. Don't tell the American public what's happening. Just like Joe Biden, we know, has been in this state of mind for a very long time, and it wasn't until debate performance that he's kicked out and the Democrats kick him out. But you're absolutely right. We need answers, and they're not giving it to Congress, and they owe it to Congress. And they know that we have to fight through the court system to get those answers. And that's how this administration has run, by covering up the facts before the American people.
For all our viewers asking where One America News is heading in the future, we would like to introduce you to OAN Live. OAN Live is the best way to stay up to date on all of the hard-hitting, straight-shooting, national and international headlines. And the best part is, OAN Live is only $4.99 per month. All the credible, honest, unbiased reporting One America News offers at a fraction of the cost of cable. Just go to OANN.com to easily sign up for OAN Live and stay informed.